For Mother Prussia! A popular exploit in Victoria 2 was to form Super Germany, which consists of all of the German Empire, as well as Austria-Hungary, creating this massive central power in Europe. You can do it in Victoria 3, and it's actually easy to do in Victoria 3, and I'm going to show how easy it is by speedrunning it. Germany became a nation in 1871. Let's beat that by a lot of decades. Research, you need nationalism immediately. Nationalism. Next up, max out the taxation. Max out your government wages to get maximum authority, then tax services, and then tax porcelain, and then tax meat, and then drop the taxes down for wages. Lovely exploit, right? Military wages, we're going to max out because there's going to be some wars early on. Oh, you said wars? Wars, you say? Wars? That's right. Holstein is rightfully German. Conquer from the Danes. And with that in mind, we also need to transfer subject because we need Schleswig. Did I get that right? Correct me in the comments, and also add that as a primary war goal, because if they get scared, which they are very fearful, they might just hand it over to you for free. It's rare, but it can happen. Next up, we're going to need some ships, and funnily enough, we're not actually building any ships, so we're going to have to import those from abroad. 1, 2, 3. Next up, build maximum construction sector in the Rhineland, and every industry to get going needs a little bit of iron. Silesia, no longer German, well, in today's timeline, but now for all the iron mines. Did I let you guys know this is going to make the biggest economy in the game from the get-go, the biggest military from the get-go, and practically the biggest expansion route for any newbie playing Victoria 3. You don't understand how OP this is, and the fact that you can speedrun it blows my absolute mind. Just a heads up, unfortunately in Victoria 3 there's a lot of randomness. RNG is a factor. Random nations may choose to join certain conflicts you will be engaged in, and there will be 2 major wars. This is the first one, and the second one will be against Austria. Be aware, you may have people joining these wars you don't want, and you may need to do a little bit of save scumming to get what you need. And remember, you can get achievements in Victoria 3 and take advantage of the beautiful save scumming abilities. So why not take advantage of that, right? Alright, we've got Britain joining the Danish. That's not good. So what we're gonna have to do is tell them that they can make the Danes the Dominion as a part of our offer, which makes no sense at all, but for some bizarre reason that works, and they don't even join the war at all. Now they've joined our side. Once again, this makes no sense whatsoever, but I just offered Denmark as a dominion for Britain, and they accepted. Sometimes they don't even join our side. Sometimes they just join back into the middle, which, once again, makes no sense. What is going on with this game? And boom! What an easy war! Britain's gonna help us. It just makes this war so easy. Anyway, if Britain doesn't join your war, what you need to do is use another exploit, which requires you to make multiple navies with multiple admirals and send them all at the very same time. So boom, we've got 3 admirals. 1, land into Zealand. Island's called Zealand? I never knew that. Boom. Learning about history, boys. Next one here, and finally the third one here. And more than likely, they'll intercept the first navy. Not a problem. The second one, there's a small chance they might intercept it. The third one will land and be unopposed, and will completely demolish the Danes. That's right. Denmark does actually start with a bigger navy than Prussia at the start of the game. However, this little exploit means you can get around that in every possible opportunity. This exploit is so OP. Are they ever going to patch it? Probably not. But hey, check this out. Boom, we already landed. Wow, that was easy, right? Did anyone even die in that battle? Yes, 23 Danish dead, and I lost 1,000. You blinked and you missed that battle. And then do the same for here, and the same for here. The triple invasion exploit landed, and it's ours. And just now the top of the Jutland. 1, 2, and 3, and we have landed. Oh, a little bit of a conflict now. Actually fighting back Denmark. Germany invading Denmark, and Denmark surrendering. History. Boom! We got what we wanted, and the Schleswig-Holstein question has been completed. Meaning, we click here on German national identity. Once we've researched nationalism, and 75% of the eligible states have joined nationalism, we'll be able to declare our leadership of the North German state. Anyway, in the meantime, boost relations with all these boyos. The northern states seem to hate Germany the most. See, there's the ones in red. So those are the ones you want to boost relations with initially. Okay, now we need to declare rivalries because this gives us more influence points, so therefore we can boost relations with the German states quicker and more easily. On diplomatic lens, diplomatic actions, and rivalries. And you rival the nations that are just basically underneath you, and you never really need to address them. So in this case, Sweden, Netherlands, Belgium, and Spain. You can even say 2 Sicilies as well. These nations will never be a threat and never cause any problems, so these are the best nations to rival. Then you're going to boost relations with the rest of the German states. Easy. This doesn't apply to right now, but I have also some shenanigans I want to do into the late game, so I'm going to get secret police. You'll see. Don't you just love this Danish flag? Makes me proud to be a Danishman. Nationalism is ready. Now we need to wait for this to spread to 75% of the German states. We're currently at 10%. The minute the German identities form at 75%, we can then contest the leadership of the German people, which will need to go to war with Austria. So now is a really good time to start building up our army, particularly in Brandenburg, because we need to have a bigger army overall, and Austrians have got a mighty fat army. The good way of boosting your army is field works and also logistics. Rifling's pretty good too. And as you max relations, start using your influence to boost relations of the other German states. Luxembourg is an important one because they always start off with low relations and they will join Germany. And for this to be a legit run, Luxembourg is going to be part of the German Empire. Our army size is 159 regulars. Austria is 216, so we need at least 250 to contest them in a war 1-for-1. Keep boosting relations. The German identity has been formed. We can now form the North German Confederation. However, we need to be the leader of the German people. Open up cultures, nation formation, and here we go. There is another contender for the leader of the German nation, and that is Austria. Surprise, surprise. And now we need to build an absolute crap ton of barracks. So many. Because once again, we need to contest the Austrians. And when Lisa needs, I would say, a potential of 250 regulars up to 300 minimum to make this worthwhile. So barracks for all. 215, 218, 220, 221. Another 100 barracks in the north. Now here, keep a close eye if anyone is supporting the Austrians. And you can see all of these are Prussian flags, but some of them are neutral. And that's perfect, because this is going to make messy borders when we end up declaring war on Austria. 234, 236. It's going up and away. Here we go. 260. We are ready. Okay, remember, save scumming is okay. No Iron Man required in Vic 3. So in this case, my advice to you is make a save here. F8, nation formation, launch your leadership play against the Austrians. All right, here we go. Mobilize all the generals. Hover over them. Look for the ones that are part of the North German HQ. This guy is. Click him and promote him all the way to the top. Check if there's any battalions left over. Yes, there is. North German. In this case, we'll go for an offensive planner. And once again, promote this guy all the way to the top. And also need to make sure our budget is on military wages maxed out. Okay, we also want to make the armed forces as happy as possible. Right now, we already have patriotic fervor. If they wasn't happy, you need to pass a law that they want. In this case, one of these is case dedicated police force, for instance. And this will then allow us to take advantage of the full offensive and defensive bonuses. And look at this. It is a straight 1v1. Okay, there's a few minor states that want to side with us because they're in our customs union, but don't worry about that. Overall, it is a 1v1, and this is a perfect scenario. You might have the Bavarians on the front line. If you do, you don't. At the end of the day, it's kind of better not to have them. If you narrow your front line and put all your firepower on one front. My advice is put one of your big armies, or maybe two of them, on the southern front with the Czechs, and then most of the others on this eastern, very narrow front here. And what if you do, if you time this just right, you might be able to break the Krakow front line first, giving you an opening into the center of Austria. Be aware, when you are at war, you might have issues with your income. Easy fix, hop into construction and just dismantle some of your construction sectors, just so you're making more of a positive balance. The big push. Oh, the numbers are so in our favor. Be aware of these front lines, though. This is a sneaky problem that can get a lot worse. So make sure you got troops on this front line just to hold back if one of the fronts become weakened. If you find yourself in a desperate situation when you are losing, feel free to recruit conscripts. In this case, I don't think I'm going to need them. Boom! The leadership of the German people. And we have mostly eaten up the northern German states, which makes us vastly more powerful. The world will know of our achievement. Okay, now we need to boost relations with Austria. Now, this is kind of one of the slower parts because you actually have to start from the very bottom. Our relations are minus 100, which is the worst of the worst. We need to end our rivalry and then start building relations. At this point, why not just build your economy? Standard, change your production methods, incorporate the states. You know what to do. If you want Luxembourg to be part of Germany, you need to liberate them, and that means a tiny little war with the Dutch. Just a little one. Have a peek into nation formation and just check who supports you. In this case, we've just liberated the Luxembourg from the Dutch, and they're currently not supporting us because they don't have a flag next to us. So we're going to bankroll them to boost relations even higher. There's no point bankrolling unless they don't don't support us in the unification. In this case, everyone does. Relations with the Austrians have gotten a lot better now, so now we can start bankrolling, which will double the amount of relations we can boost. Why not build a trade relationship as well? We love each other. German brothers to the north, German brothers to the south. Aren't we all just Germans at the end of the day? Census suffrage, elections. What kind of Germany is this? Well, you'll see. And the winners are the conservatives, and also the conservatives. Ah, the illusion of choice. Boom! Max relations. Time to form Germany. But before we do that, just make sure all the candidates have this little German flag, okay? And if they do, in this case, you're gravy. Boom. Oh, hang on a second. I've lost Venice. Austria. You had one job to hold onto your borders. One job. Disappointing. Anyway, check this out, boys. Number 2 great power in the world. Look at the economy. Zoom. Up it goes. Number 2 GDP in the world, just behind China. Activate the auto clicker. That's right. It's our production methods. And it's also our core states. All of them. This is a pretty scary future. And there we go. 20th of November, 1857. We have formed Super Germany. It's just that easy, boys. But we're not done yet. Are you ready for the chaos? It gets even scarier than this. Do this in multiplayer and everyone will hate you. How to lose friends and alienate yourself. The guide. Luxembourg is apparently part of Wallonia, so I have a claim on that. So why not press that claim? I'm sorry, Belgium. You're a speed bump in every Paradox game. F. Well. What do we have here? A communist manifesto? Benefit? Unite? Or... Nah, we don't want all that. You know what? We're going to unite. Karl Marx appears in Germany. Oh, and he's the leader of the trade unions. How convenient. The trade unions are making some changes. 46% support for a parliamentary republic. And 28% say no. How angry will they be? Yeah, pretty angry. Oh, so close. 103. Oh, it's so close. It looks to me like we just need to take power away from the church, the landowners, or the petite bourgeoisie. RIP church. And with this, we've got more authority, so suppress the petite bourgeoisie. What is this? The intelligentsia, who are anarchists, want to overthrow the government for a coup. This is perfect because we were gonna change to a republic anyway, but I didn't think it'd be the intelligentsia that would want to launch the coup. Okay, and I think that might be it. Advance the coup by 50%, and we're like 95%. Is that it? A coup! The intelligentsia has successfully orchestrated a coup against the German state. Conrad has condemned the bourgeoisie dictatorship of the previous government, declared the establishment of a council republic under the provisional absolute rule for the glory of God. Oh my goodness, it's made a single party state as well. I didn't expect that. It's an anarchist single party state council republic? What? Oh, the election's coming up. And yeah, I think we're going to win. Projected votes, 100%. Ah, fair election. Boom. Now that is an election result, right? This is not kind of what I wanted though. So, oh, there's actually no way of making a government with this. Yeah, there is no opposition. There is no opposition. There's no one I can select. The only option. Okay. Oh, it just makes sense, right? Single party state. Who would be opposed to that? Right. Okay. We actually have the ability to go for universal suffrage. It's a single party dictatorship. However, they're completely open to the idea of elections. Free elections, by the way. Free elections, not regular elections. Free ones. Hey, elections are back. My head is spinning. What do you want, intelligentsia? Did you want elections or do you want no elections? First free election after the dictatorship, and the other parties have 1% of the vote. Did we really get rid of the single party state? Or has it come back in a different way? And we won 100% of the vote. This is what democracy looks like. Past cooperative ownership. Chance of success, 100%. This is democracy, by the way. Yes, this is what we wanted. The intelligences broke up to form their own party, and this is exactly what we wanted. Yes. The election is over. We have a super Germany. We are the largest economy in the entire world. And the leader of our nation is Karl Marx. Hey! And apparently we have universal suffrage. It's a free democracy. However, 99% of the vote went to the KPD. Well, the anarchists overthrew the government, formed a single party state, suddenly had a change of heart and brought back elections, formed their own party where they got absolutely obliterated and got 2% of the vote in the election, making Mr. Marx the leader future of Super Germany. And there is only one single click left to make. Economic system and go for full-blown communism. Oh no, we need autocracy, oligarchy, single party state, or a technocracy. That seems pretty funny, right? Communist, technocracy, council republic. A nation is governed by an unelected council of men of reason and ability. Oh dear, what could go wrong? And once again, it's time for one final click, and that is the subscribe button. And it's also command economy, communism. An inward-focused interventionist economy where the government directly manages most aspects of production. A technocratic communist council republic led by Karl Marx. This is an interesting take on history, right? Now subscribe now. Well, if you want to. One video? No, 2 videos. This is the video for you. Right here. Click it.